macaroons have to be fancy schmancy. My 8-year-old self dreamed up a flavor that is pure bonkers, because we're making Fruity Pebbles Macarons. I have a confession. I'm a recovering macaroon phobian. I once was so intimidated to make them that I would avoid it at all costs. I mean, I've never really been a huge fan of macaroons because the thought of eating something that's like rose or lavender flavored just sounds like it would taste like perfume. But here's the thing, when you make macaroons with flavors that you love, like salted caramel and red velvet, they are the best things ever. And this macaroon is inspired by my favorite late night treat, a big bowl of Fruity Pebbles cereal. So when you break down a macaroon, you have this creamy filling or ganache sandwiched between two crispy, chewy meringue-based confections. So to start this recipe, we're gonna make the ganache. In a microwave-safe bowl, we're gonna heat our cream until it's simmering. Then pour this over your white chocolate chips and allow it to sit for a few minutes before stirring. Then mix that together with your crushed cereal. I just love this ganache because it means that Fruity Pebble flavor is gonna be featured not only in the filling, but on the cookie. Did you know that macaroons have been produced in the Venetian monasteries since the 8th century AD? In fact, during the French Revolution, a couple of nuns would make macaroons to pay for their housing, and they became known as the Macaroon Sisters. The more you know. All right, now I'm just gonna preheat my oven to 375 and set aside our ganache. We're gonna start by pulsing our confectioner's sugar and almond flour in a food processor until it's combined. Then we're gonna sift this mixture twice. That really is the key to getting a smooth macaroon cookie, and then set this aside. Then in a stand mixer, I'm gonna whisk our egg whites on a medium speed until they're foamy. Add our cream of tartar and continue mixing until soft peaks form. Turn the speed to low and add the sugar, then increase the speed to high and whip until stiff peaks form. Stiff peaks should hold their shape and look just like this. Next, we're gonna gently fold our almond flour mixture into the egg whites. Be really gentle with it using a rubber spatula. Now we can carefully transfer the mixture to a pastry bag fitted with a 1/2-inch tip or a No. 6 plain tip, and pipe 3/4 of an inch in diameter rounds spaced an inch apart onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet or a baking sheet lined with a silicone mat. Now this is my favorite part. While the macaroons are still wet, I'm just gonna sprinkle some crushed Fruity Pebbles right on top. Then to get rid of some air bubbles, tap the bottom of the baking sheet and let these stand for 15 minutes so the cookie creates the shell. Now we're ready to bake. I'm just gonna reduce our temperature to 325, and we're gonna bake these for 8 to 10 minutes, rotating the sheet tray halfway through. We want the cookies to be crisp and chewy. And when you're baking these, you only wanna bake one sheet at a time, raising the temperature to 375 and then dropping it at 325 every time. Once cool, use an offset spatula to remove them from the pan. Then we're gonna sandwich together 2 cookies with about a 1/2 teaspoon of ganache in between, just until the ganache reaches the diameter of the macaroon. Oh, whoa, right when you put the macaroon to your mouth, you can just smell the Fruity Pebbles. Wow, I love how creamy and sweet the ganache is. And the cookie has a little chew to it, which I love. All right, have I convinced you guys yet? I feel like these macaroons would turn any macaroon skeptic. Worked for me. I am so excited to see your guys' photos. Be sure to post them on Instagram, #GetTheDish with Brandy Malloy. I'll see you next time. Bye.